to tell you that Olga has bipartisan support. I'm a Republican, old white guy, conservative businessman. And I believe Olga represents the opportunity to bridge the gaps that exist between conservative Republicans like me and ultra-liberal Democrats like Al. And I think that I honestly believe, I've worked with Olga on ethics, the ethics ordinance in Bethlehem, worked with Olga on business opportunities. I've worked with Olga on a variety of things, and I find her to be probably the best listener that I've ever been engaged with of anyone on council, and I believe she's very balanced. And I believe it will be a bipartisan decision to elect Olga as your city council president.
I've had the good fortune to serve on executive boards with Olga and in a range of settings in which I have seen the depth of her knowledge about the city of Bethlehem, the discipline and serious attention she gives to the legal, to the practical, to the institutional dynamics before us, but always first and most importantly, to the lives of ordinary people in the city. What is absolutely extraordinary is that we have an opportunity to have, as the president of City Council, someone with such an extraordinary degree of institutional knowledge and institutional commitment and professional accomplishment, and also someone beloved, as you can see, to such an extraordinary degree, to have all of those things in one person at the head of our city council will guarantee this council a kind of respect and attention from the citizens of Bethlehem. So I ask you.
I support Olga because she's experienced and demonstrated great community leadership. She's qualified, smart, and who I'd like to be my council president.
I've been with Olga on the Parish Council of Holy Infancy Church for an entire year and witnessed her, I would say the first word is love of community and the people in it. And the second word is deep, deep commitment and thoughtfulness and even-handedness.
And has been sort of a manager of many things. One of the things she does is manage meetings beautifully, and she manages people beautifully. You don't always know that she's doing it because she has such a quiet way of sort of bringing people together, sitting back and listening a lot, doing her research, and then saying what she thinks, or maybe not even telling you what she thinks, but helping people to move towards that themselves. And I think that would be a wonderful characteristic for our next president of City Council. I think Roger Hudak said it best. I know you know Roger as the longtime Mayor Southside Task Force head, one of those voices in the South Side that you just keep hearing everywhere. And Roger said about Olga that she's a dynamo. And I think that kind of sums it up. She's got boundless energy, but she's also the kind of dynamo that doesn't just roll over you. She just kind of quietly brings things together. She's balanced, she's a good listener, and I think we've all seen that in City Council meetings, but I think we've seen it all over the community. So please hear those voices from the community and also from Southsiders. We're so proud that that's where Olga spent so much of her life, and that she, as somebody else mentioned, is that person that you see out in the South Side so much of the time.
And the year 2020 has been pointed out is a very symbolic year to have the second woman president of the City Council.
I echo the praises we've heard already tonight for Olga Negron. I'll add, observing how she moved from a new member of council, a fairly green one, to one who demonstrates experience, hands-on, actively involved in everything. And she has thereby demonstrated how committed you are to the role. She is to the role. She's clearly worked to gain this expertise and thereby utilize her organizational and leadership skills for the position. I support giving Olga Negron the responsibilities of council president. Thank you.
I want to say that we both have a very deep love of this community, and to speak to the council, we're going into 4 generations of being Bethlehem residents. Today's the day my father was born and passed away 2 years ago, very same day. He was a good friend of Momar Simpson's, mayor of Bethlehem. They grew up together in the wartime period. My father was a history teacher. My parents went to Meridian College. I know this town. I know the history of it, and I come out in support of issues when they have deep meaning to me. And I encountered Olga before she was a council person, who came out to listen to community groups in respect with the Greenway in South Bethlehem, preservation of the historic district in South Bethlehem. You listened. You don't know me from anyone. I'm not on any boards, but I am very active in the community in my own way. And I just want to say I have every confidence she would be your best choice. Thank you.
Lest you forget, you sit there because you asked us to put you there by voting for you. And you then agreed to become servants of our welfare. So, if you consider the welfare of council, then what needs to happen is strong, powerful control of subjective freedom of speech to prevent that kind of character assassination. It's happened. But what we've heard here, there's a person that might be able to control that. So all I'm asking you is this: if you are truly our servants and respect the will of the people who put you there, I think you've got a very clear image of what is our will. So the question now becomes, do you support the will of the public who put you there, or a political choice?
So I say women power, and yay Olga, go for it.